So one of the things that people who want to get into cinematography or shooting videos or even clients don't see is what you have to do after the shoot or to prep for the shoot. So tomorrow I am shooting one of my clients. He's giving a speech at a graduation, and this is what I'm doing at around 11 p.m. the night before. So I've got these two Rode Wireless Go's charging. Um, they're all connected to a USB-C and plugged into a power strip. I've got a BPA30 Canon C70 battery charging. I've got two Fujifilm third-party batteries charging. This one's kind of finicky. Two of the standard Canon batteries charging. Also, pro tip, whenever you have to charge a bunch of stuff for a shoot, I recommend really just keeping a power strip in your bag at all times. That way, wherever you're at on a shoot or if you're prepping before, you can plug everything in and charge everything in one spot. Also, this is just one USB cable with three USB-C outputs on the end, which is perfect for this Rode Wireless Go 2 setup. If I find the Amazon link, I'll put that below. Of course, it's my suitcase. I've got a bunch of electronics inside of this bag. It's just like a phone tripod. But then also over here, I've got some footage transferring from a shoot that was last week from the Canon C70, and then this is the B camera, which is the Canon EOS R. I'll also have to transfer footage from the EOS R to this new hard drive that I just opened today, and it's currently 11:08 p.m. This first card is going to take 30 minutes, and the next card is likely going to take around the same amount of time. So I'm not going to be getting to sleep till at least 12 or 12:30 a.m. tonight. This is what I mean. This is the part that not everybody sees in the background that goes into making the videos. What people see when you get the video is the result. But this is what it takes in order to actually create videos that are worth watching, especially if you take the craft seriously. You've got cameras and lenses and a lot of gear invested. This is part of the process. So I just wanted to show some of that before the shoot tomorrow, and hopefully I get a little bit of BTS footage of tomorrow's shoot because it's going to be pretty cool. So this is just a quick montage of me getting ready for the shoot, and this is me on the shoot. A lot of things of me just following him doing BTS as we walk around the campus. I'm going to use this for B-roll for an additional video we're doing. And then this was a football helmet that was inside of the office of one of his old instructors. And then we took a quick break and went to this smoothie place that was pretty good. Looked pretty cool too. Place was called Jugo, and the smoothie was fire. Definitely recommend it. It's in Alpine, Texas. We then looked for a jewelry store because he wanted to get his watch fixed prior to him speaking, but unfortunately it was closed. Also, this shot was unnecessarily cinematic. I found this house I really like, so I got a shot of it. And so now we are back inside, and I'm getting set up for my main shot for how I'm going to capture the speech. Decided on this angle with the Canon C70 and a 70-200. And then here I'm working on messing with the gimbal. I'm going to use that for my crowd reactions. Unfortunately, I forgot my base plate, and I'm about to talk about how a guy named Nico saved my life who works there. Saved my life because I think I left my gimbal base plate 2 hours from here at home, and it's not in a hotel. Dude, I gotta thank him whenever I found him, but this is clutch. Love it. We're set for the shoot. Gonna head back to the hotel and rest up now. This base plate isn't perfect, and as you can see, it's having a lot of trouble balancing properly, which is hard to see on the screen, so I'm glad I'm looking at this footage now. So I'm gonna, first test is to try and see if I can stabilize it in Final Cut. If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna try and play around with that base plate a little bit more. That is literally filmmaking in a nutshell, if I'm being honest, is literally solving problems every day. No set, no shoot goes exactly how you plan. You can plan as much as you want. You're still gonna have to figure things out on the go and think fast. So even though I'd like to rest, and it's 2:23, I'm supposed to meet in the lobby downstairs at 4:15. I gotta figure this out before the shoot because there's no other time to do it, and that's just part of the job. So So I added some stabilization in post, and honestly, it's not doing too bad. I would use this clip, if I'm being honest. I still want to mess around with the gimbal to see if I will be able to get it balanced better, because honestly, getting it balanced better is a better move than relying on stabilization. You could ruin some shots and they may not be usable. So now I'm just playing around with the gimbal inside of my hotel room. I wasn't completely sure that I would be able to get that thing balanced, so I'm just going to mess around and see if I can get that together before it's time for the shoot. Okay, here's a moment of truth. Got Final Cut booted up. These are those test shots. Let's see what... All right, it's not as bad as it was. This is immediately better, I would say. And if I choose to shoot in 60 frames per second, I could... Oh, I did shoot this in 60. So I could slow this down and be even smoother. All right, time to head to the shoot. Getting ready to enter into the college again, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So this is me just getting the Canon C70 set up for the main angle. On this time, I'm using the field world monitor so I can get a better look at the focus and everything, and just getting that set up before Tiki gets on stage. Making some adjustments and getting audio together too. So these next couple of shots were me taking the extra time that I had before the speech starts to just mess with the gimbal again. At this point, I wasn't 100% comfortable in it and thinking I could get smooth shots, so soaking up all the time I have to get the preparations together.
Of the graduates. Finally, Mr. Jacob Campo, President of the
So now I'm just getting some photos of Tiki as he walks up on stage. And these are ones that I want to get to him as soon as possible afterwards. Just making a quick audio adjustment because I'm getting ready to start getting crowd shots on the gimbal, and I'm not going to be monitoring this camera the entire time. So at this point, me shooting Tiki stuff is done, and I'm just getting set up for testimonials. All right, well, cord that goes to the V-mount battery that I use for these lights is broke, so I gotta go get the AC power cord from the safe room where my suitcase is. On my way back to the safe room, I found this. I think this is where I'm gonna film the testimonials, and I'm just gonna put the logo behind them. Shot at like 50 mil, it's gonna look beautiful blurred out like that. So we're gonna move everything over here. Unfortunately, I didn't get any BTS shots of the testimonials, but here's how they looked. Of course, I got to do some color grading still, but they turned out pretty well, and they're just looking at me off camera.
Overcome your success in the future.
Now, at this point, I'm just packing everything up because we're all finished, and I'm super happy about that. I was definitely really tired after that shoot. It was a lot of walking, a lot of moving, but it was definitely worth it because everything turned out well. All the shoot's done, so I'm getting ready to transfer footage off the SD card. This is going to be the one from the C70. That's where all the speech and the audio is, so I'm going to transfer that one first. We're actually getting ready to go out and get some food, so I'm just going to leave this transfer in the hotel. That way when I get back, I only got to transfer the EOS R footage and the photos, which shouldn't take nearly as long as this. I might show a couple clips of the food that we're getting. We're supposed to be going to his old roommate's house to get some fajitas.
Ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse?
I've been. My name is Jamin Thurman of JLT Visuals, and I am open to be booked as a freelance DP and cinematographer for corporate and real estate work. So if you're interested in that, I'm in Odessa, Texas. Please send me an email, which I will have below in the description, and I hope we get to work together. Anyways, thanks for watching this vlog. I'll catch up with you guys in the next one.
Graduates, understand in this thing called life, sometimes friends and sometimes family is going to give up on you on your assignment. That day was my brother. So I stayed outside and played with that football because my brother was fascinated with Super Mario Brothers and saving the princess. This is the year the Nintendo came out. So I listened to my mother until it got dark, right? And I decided to go home and get myself ready for bed.